Mm. Hello there. Welcome back. This tobacco that I am smoking is Peter's Stokkebye Luxury Bullseye Flake. It is some delicious tobacco. Very good. I bought 4 ounces of it and thought I'll smoke it now and again. That's all I've been smoking. Well, that's not all I've been smoking. That's not an accurate statement. But I've been smoking a lot more than I had anticipated. Perhaps I should have gotten 8 ounces of it. But it is a good tobacco. Smoking it in my, see if you can see the upside down, Erik Weaver seasmokepipes. This is a shop second of his. The briar was pitted, and there was some pretty substantial sand pits on the inside, and right here, that dark spot, can't really see it all that well, but that's a pretty good little pit. There's none really on the outside. I would say that's probably why he rusticated it a bit around the edge, the rim rather. But it's super light. I mean, it looks like a chunk of briar, which it is, but it's easily clinchable. And the stem isn't, I don't know if you can see it right there. Get it up against the white wall. It's not an exact fit, but there are a couple mods to it. Put some of that pipe mortar from Cane Rod Piper that he gave out the ingredients of. Put some of that in it, and went easy on it, trying to build a cake on the inside. And it seems to be smoking good. I look every once in a while, see if it's got a burnout, if it's starting one or anything. But it doesn't. But he just didn't feel comfortable, selling it as a seasmokepipes pipe. So he didn't. But anyway, go check him out, man. Erik Weaver makes some pretty cool pipes at seasmokepipesandpottery.com. Plus seasmokepipes on YouTube. Pretty cool guy. What a good tobacco. Of course, what tobacco doesn't go good with coffee? In my all-fuse coffee mug that I got at work, Motion. Anybody's got any CNC retrofit needs, need a control electrical cabinet, let us know. mockmotion.com. That's not why we're here. Tampers, of course, the bearded tamper. So I've kind of started something new that all returning customers to the bearded tamper get a free pocket tamper. This is a pocket tamper. Nothing special, something small. Throw in your pocket. Barely even notice it's there. That's a pocket tamper. This is a pocket tamper. Something small. You just throw in the pocket, forget about it. Well, hopefully don't forget about it, but use it. So I've made a couple more of the Antler Tampers. I've had some issues with the epoxy that I'm using. It would come apart on the lathe on several of them, so I didn't proceed with making a bunch more because I don't know the longevity of the epoxy, how that would work, how it would last. So instead of putting that out to customers, I'm holding off on the Antler Tamper combo. But I do intend to figure it out, and I do intend to make more because it is pretty cool. They look great, and they feels really good. Like this antler, it just, man, it shines up like glass. It looks like it has a layer of glass on it. You know, I put it through several wheels and compound on the buffing station. You know, after I sand it, hand sand it, you know, the antlers show scratches pretty good. So you got to sand it, and then you know, you got to, the higher the number in the sandpaper, the finer the grit. You know, so we get fairly high, but the buffing wheel does pretty good. And I use 2 different compounds on the buffing wheel, red Tripoli and white diamond, and then I just use just a flat wheel with nothing on it. I want to try some carnauba wax, but I don't have any of that yet. But anyway, so here's this is actually, it's not turned on the lathe. It's handmade, and it's got an Osage orange. And this right here, I believe to be elk antler. I'm almost positive it is. There was 2 sheds in the box of elk antler, and I'm confident in saying that that's what that is. And then, you know, it was a shed, so it had been laying on the ground for a while, so it got bleached out, and that's why it's whiter. And then this is a whitetail buck antler. Yeah, so that's that. That's one of them. And so these were different colors before. You can see, like, here's a piece of antler, and then the tip is a piece of antler, and you can kind of see the seam in it. And they were different colors when I started, but after I got them all buffed out, they kind of turned the same color, and it didn't really look as cool as I thought it would. But it's still pretty cool. There's a little pencil tamper, I'm calling it, with Osage orange on the bottom. All these have Osage orange on the bottom, little scrap pieces. So I glued these together, and I did it all by hand. I didn't put these on the lathe. So, and then this one, I like this one, little chunky fella. But this is whitetail deer antler too, and it had a little crack. Crack. It just had some kind of doty wood here, so I filled it with some epoxy. But yeah, they all turned out really nice. I like them. So those are up on the website, beardedtamper.com. I should, last time I didn't put a link, but I will this time. Anyway, that's my bad. Sorry about that. If anybody was wondering. So I don't make tampers for myself and keep. I made my wife a couple, but I don't keep the tampers that I make. I make them, and they turn out really, really nice. I mean, they turn out nice enough, you know, that I'm like, man, I don't want to get rid of that tamper. But I always do, because that's what I made them for, and I want to share that with other people. You know, I always use this little guy. Just we've seen it 1,000 times. You know, just a regular old tamper. And I sand the tip off. You know, take some fine sandpaper, sand it off. You know, where it gets black, and haven't had a problem with it. But I've had people give me tampers with a 410 shell on the end of it. This one came from Ford Smoking Pipe. Been using this tamper. It's out of a pear tree, a limb that had fallen off of his pear tree in his yard. That's super cool. I like that. My first tamper actually that I made was off of a red oak tree in my backyard. And I use that one up. I keep that one in the car. And that's the one I use. It's my mobile tamper. So this tobacco comes as a coin. And you know, it's sliced, rolled coin, and I just kind of crumble it up, you know, on whatever, something, magazine, or that scraper, that tobacco scraper that Mel sent me, and I crumble it up, you know, until it's a nice fluffy ribbon, and then I just kind of wad it up into a cylinder, and then just kind of drill it in the pipe, and then, you know, smash it down. And usually 2 flakes are perfect. Fill a bowl, light it, and go. And stuff burns great. There's that fold and stuff method. Works great. Where you basically just take it, fold it in half, put it in there, and then you'll kind of want to rough up the top to get a light, make it easier to light. But if you do that, then it'll burn for 6 days, which isn't a problem, putting it down and relighting it. They call that the delayed gratification effect. Whenever you light a bowl and you smoke a little bit of it, set it down, come back a couple hours later or the next day. Piping and Camping just talked about that. And you know, and it enhances the flavor. I roll it out because I just smoke it all right then and there. You know, I don't typically, especially nowadays, have hours to smoke a pipe. But if you do, try the fold and stuff method. I did think about keeping this one for myself because it turned out a lot thinner than what I wanted. You know, you'll have to go around the bowl a whole bunch. I don't know if it's desirable or not. If anybody, I mean, if you think it is, then it's there, but I don't know if that one's on the website or not. Thank Mrs. Tamper for the website. She keeps that up and takes things off as they're sold, puts them on as they're made, and she does a fantastic job with the website. Thank you, Mrs. Tamper. I appreciate it. We appreciate it. Well, my fellow YTC brethren, I believe that'll do it for Tamper Talk. Till next time, happy smokes and take care.